All right, and go ahead and start it. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Mastering Efficiency, Unlocking the Power of the BBB Response Portal. I'm Jenny Tukeski, and I am the Programming and Communications Manager here at the Better Business Bureau Midwest Plains. Before we begin, I'd like to share a few of the housekeeping details for today. The webinar is being recorded, and within 24 hours, you will receive a follow-up email that includes a recording of the session and the presentation slides. These resources will serve as a helpful reference guide for you in the future. If you have any questions, please, during the webinar, put them in the Q&A section, and we will address all questions throughout the presentation today. We are delighted to have our Vice President of Operations, Denise Gruny, leading today's session. Denise is a seasoned professional with over 14 years of experience at the Better Business Bureau. Throughout her tenure, she has demonstrated exceptional strategic leadership and operational excellence. Her areas of oversight includes dispute resolutions, vetting, data quality, first responders, and trade practices. In today's webinar, Denise will showcase the BBB Response Portal, a tool included within your accreditation. The BBB Response Portal is designed to simplify the process of managing, viewing, and responding to complaints and customer reviews, helping you make the most of your accreditation. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Denise, it is all yours.
Thank you, Jenny. So we're going to go through a few slides here, and then I will provide you with a demo of how this response portal works. So first, let's talk a little bit about why responding to complaints and reviews matter. As you can see here, research shows that integrity is the most important consideration for all age ranges, even over customer reviews. So what this means is that consumers are looking for companies that have a high level of honesty and integrity, as those are the companies they want to do business with. And while we understand no business wants a complaint, it is important to make sure that you showcase not only the current customer who may have filed a complaint or a customer review, but even more so, your potential customers that are looking to the Better Business Bureau for your marketplace history. When you're responding to complaints and reviews in a timely manner, that's showing potential customers that you have a level of honesty and integrity, and that's why they should consider you as the business of choice. So currently, how our process works when a complaint is received through the Better Business Bureau, you will receive an email communication. Within your Better Business Bureau internal file, you may have several team members who are responsible for responding to complaints. You can actually inform us if maybe you only have one person currently, but you'd like to add some other email addresses as a backup. Feel free to let us know. You can add as many carbon copied emails as you would like to any complaint and or customer review communications. So how the process works currently without the response portal is that Better Business Bureau will send you an email communication alerting you that a new complaint has been received. If you do not have an email on file with us, we will mail this communication to the address that we have on our records. The communication will contain a link and a code. So once you click on the link, you can input the code and log in to view all of the complaint details. In addition, as the complaint moves through our workflow, we will continue to notify you via email if the consumer submits a rebuttal, as well as when the complaint closes. This keeps us up to date with you as the business and allows you the opportunity to be responsive in a timely manner. So one of the things that we heard from businesses is that it can be cumbersome to keep track of all of the email communications that are being received in a complaint workflow. So we decided as an organization, this is an opportunity for us to provide more customer service to businesses, both accredited and non accredited. And our solution was what we call the response portal. As an accredited business, you can find the response portal located within your business login. If you're a non accredited business watching our response portal webinar, you too can access the portal. However, it does require a subscription to the portal. So, a few things about our portal. As mentioned, as an accredited business, once you logged in, you're going to click on the response portal tile. This is going to take you right into the platform where you can view, manage, and respond to multiple complaints at one time, as well as any customer reviews that have been received. Uh, as a non accredited business, you can do the same if you choose to subscribe to the portal, and you will have a direct link that takes you right to the response portal. If you're an accredited business that also prefers to have the direct link, we're certainly happy to set that up for you. You'll just need to notify us so we can set up the back end for you so we can get that going. So this is kind of the template of your home page within the response portal. As you can see with the multicolored boxes, everything is timed. So if something needs an immediate response, it's going to turn that box red. Maybe you just received a complaint. So that's going to come in as a green box because you do have time to leave your business response to the Better Business Bureau. So it's not enforcing some immediate action like you see with the red. You can also see customer reviews. So when a review comes in, that's going to show up in orange on your main screen. So really what the main screen is designed to do is to help your team or your individual who responds to reviews and complaints navigate what is high importance, what needs attention now, and keep track of all the incoming complaints and or reviews. So also too, and I'm going to show you in our demo, if you're an organization that is keened in on KPIs, so your key performance indicators, the response portal is great for analyzing some of the complaint data. So you can view different reports, such as how many complaints have been closed as answered over a specific time frame, or perhaps you're more so in tune with the category. You know, maybe you see 77% of your complaints over the last year have been in reference to billing or a collection issue. So that's something that you can work with your team, with your organization as a whole, as to what maybe needs to change so that way you can help eliminate some of those billing or collection complaints. So I'm going to stop sharing here real fast and I'm going to hop over to our live response portal and show you a little bit how to navigate around. All right. So once you log in, you're going to see a main screen. You're going to see your business name up here. You have a left rail here that you can utilize to sort, whether that be complaints or reviews. Over to the right, you also have some quick buttons so you can easily, when you're logged in, see what may need attention, what's still open, kind of where things are in the management process. If you're a company that has multiple companies, so for example, maybe you own a carpet repair business as well as a guttering company. Anytime there's same ownership, maybe you have two different files within the Better Business Bureau, we can work with you on creating one portal for all of your companies. So here's an example of multiple businesses, as you can see through the drop down. You can utilize this tool to sort through which business you're looking to respond to, maybe a complaint or a customer review. So for this scenario, we're going to look at a company by the name of Deanna Honey and More. This is one of our test companies. So as you can see here, once we're logged in, we can clearly see we have two complaints that require a response. Right here, if we had any reviews, this would be lit up and let you know how many reviews you have that are awaiting for a response. So very intuitive. You can click right into the box. Now you see the screen that I previously showed with all of your color-filled boxes. And then right here, you see all of the complaints that are currently open. So these are the case ID numbers. This is the business name. Here's the consumer name, the date that it was filed, and the status. So this one, both of these are waiting for your initial response. When we send our first communication to you as an organization to respond to a complaint, we request that you respond within 10 calendar days. So you can see here, this is help navigating, that you have until January 19th to respond to this complaint. So when you click on the case ID, it's going to open that specific complaint. So here's the communication for you to understand, how do I take care of this? What should I include in my response? What happens if I don't respond? So it provides you with some oversight and an overview of what we're looking for from you in reference to a response. So as you continue to scroll down, you're going to find the customer's contact information as well as the problem. So this one here, we can see, they purchased the bees and several arrived dead. The disputed amount is $59.99 and their desired settlement is a refund. So for you, your next step could be to respond directly to the consumer regarding this complaint. The bottom one, where it has more information you wish to send to Better Business Bureau about this complaint, is best used if you have any questions for us. So for example, maybe Deanna Honey and More does not have any information on a consumer by the name of Dennis Smith. They've looked through their records, they cross-referenced by phone number, by email provided, by name. You can utilize that blue button at the bottom to let Better Business Bureau know we do not have any record of this consumer. What that will do is it'll alert our dispute settlement team to reach out to the consumer directly and ask for clarification. Can you provide an invoice? Is this the name, an address, an email that you used when you did business with the company? And then we'll continue to provide feedback once we receive clarification from the consumer. Most of the time, you're going to go right here to this box because you're probably familiar with the consumer. Maybe you already knew there was issues going on. So when you click on here, you can add any attachments, maybe a contract, maybe text message screenshots. If there's any documentation that you feel helps support your response or your case or your stance on the complaint, feel free to add those attachments. And then you have a text box here where you can respond to the complaint. And then you can go ahead and click your proceed button once done. It's important to note that once you submit your response to the Better Business Bureau, that is automatically going to go directly to the consumer. So if you want BBB to review, or if you have questions in reference to the complaint, it's imperative that you're using this one here where you're responding to BBB as opposed to responding directly to the consumer. And as always, if you have any questions on how to navigate the response needed, feel free to give us a call. We are happy to walk you through the process and answer any questions that you may have. So one of the nice things about the portal, once you submit this, it's actually going to kick you right back to the main screen. So you can utilize this as a tool. Say you have multiple complaints open at the same time. You don't have to go back to your email and find the other link to the other complaint you want to respond to. Just click right back to the home page and you can go directly into any other complaints that may be needing attention, and you can go ahead and leave that response. Also, when you do start responding to these, you will find the status is going to change. So once you submit your response, your status is, instead of awaiting for initial response, it's going to say awaiting for consumer review. That gives you the knowledge to know that there's no further action at this time needed from you as the business. So that status will continue to update as your complaint moves through the workflow. Just as we do with businesses, a consumer will have 10 calendar days from the time you submit your response to either accept your resolution, or they can also submit a rebuttal. If a rebuttal comes in, just as we did with the first email notification to you, you will receive notice that there has been additional information that has been filed against your particular complaint. Once again, you can log back into the portal or use the direct link in that email. But this really is designed to where you can go in, view, monitor, respond, and identify anything you need in a one-stop shop portal. Over on your left rail, you can also find any sort of complaints maybe previously that have been filed. So for example, maybe you got a complaint or a phone call directly to your organization and the name sounds familiar. So maybe you're going, I think they filed a complaint years ago. You can always log in, update your dates here to whatever filter, and we would be able to show you if that consumer has ever filed a complaint. And you can go in and see all those details. So that's a nice feature as well. You can also search by last name if you happen to know the complaint ID. So you can search for open complaints as well as closed complaints here. So I showed you on a screen share on the PowerPoint how you can look at some statistics. And this is really important for companies where you may be having weekly or monthly KPI meetings, or you're wanting to improve your overall marketplace history when it comes to complaints and reviews. So here you can sort by a specific time frame, by if you want to look at complaints when they opened date or when they have closed for that date, to give you some insight. So for this one here, let's just go look at some complaints that have been opened since the beginning of the year. And because I have the two that have not actually been processed yet, because those are fake complaints I entered in, it's not showing anything. But as I mentioned, you can see all the pie charts and screen shares. And like Jenny mentioned, you're going to get this webinar as a recording, and I'd be happy to, when I get done finishing this screen, show you what those reports are again. But they're super helpful in being able to identify any problems you may want to look into further when it comes to complaints. So I'm going to now hop over to reviews. So when it comes to reviews, very similar. You can look at any pending reviews if you do have any. This particular company does not. You can also look at published reviews. So published reviews, it will show you whether or not you've responded. When it comes to customer reviews, at this time, BBB does not require a business to leave a response like it does a complaint. It's completely up to you. However, it is noted in the latest research from Bright Local, which was performed in 2024, that a consumer is 88% more likely to do business with a company if they respond to complaints and customer reviews, regardless of if those reviews are positive, negative, or neutral. That's compared to 44% if a company does not respond. So this particular review, as we can see here, was a positive. It was 5 stars. The consumer, which it would show here, was very happy with the product. All you have to do is quickly click on that link, respond. Thank you for your business. Go ahead, submit your name, whoever's responding back, and you can submit your response to us at the Better Business Bureau. With customer reviews, we will post the business response as well. So maybe it's a negative review. Maybe the consumer's interpretation of the interaction that you had with them was different from yours. you can still go ahead and respond to that in a professional manner. So that way, any potential consumers who are on your Better Business Bureau profile and look at that review can not only see what the consumer submitted, but can see what the business submitted as well. So we would highly encourage you to respond to all complaints and reviews. And it doesn't need to be lengthy. Something as simple as thank you for your business is enough to help you gain more traction with potential customers, as I mentioned, research shows. So, very similar to complaints, reviews have the same sort of process that you can utilize to be able to see what's incoming, respond, and you can always go back. So, perhaps you're a company that you didn't realize the importance of responding to reviews, or you didn't realize no one in your organization was responding. If you go into your published reviews, if there's no response, this box here is not going to have the check mark. At any time, you can go in and respond to those, and we will be happy to publish your response. So the last thing I really wanted to show, we do have a help section over here. So if you're in the response portal, you can always update your password. So maybe your team used the same password for all your email logins. Somebody has left the organization. You want to update the password, whatever that may be. You can do that on the left rail. And we also have another helpful video that was prepared by our vendor in reference to how to navigate the response portal as well. So overall, that is our response portal. We have heard great feedback from a lot of companies, especially larger companies that are prone to more complaints given the amount of consumers they work with on a monthly basis. So we really hope that you utilize this. It's a great tool to be able to manage, view, navigate, and really keep track of all of your complaints and all of your reviews in a one-stop shop. So as I mentioned earlier, and as Jenny did too, the portal is included with your accreditation if you are a current BBB accredited business. If you are not currently a BBB accredited business, or perhaps you're not eligible at this time to be an accredited business, you can reach out to us. And we do have an opportunity for you to still utilize the response portal as a subscription model. So without further ado, I am going to send this back to Jenny to wrap us up here. And before I let her go, this is the screen I wanted to just show one more time since our live demo had open complaints, that this is the area where you can find those KPI statistics. And this is what it will look like. So you can navigate it through certain dates and different criteria as you see fit.
Thank you so much, Denise. We greatly appreciate your insights and expertise on all of this information today about the response portal. Before we go, we'd just like to share some exciting news about our monthly business newsletter. With this, if you have not already signed up for, please do so. You can scan the QR code. There will also be a link for you in that follow-up email today. But with the newsletter, it is delivered on a monthly basis. It has exclusively to the accredited businesses. And with it, it will have information regarding news, scam alerts that are up to date, local events that are taking place in person, but also our virtual webinars that we host, industry insights as well, and discounts for you. If you're not aware of those, please reach out to us and we'd love to discuss those opportunities with you about the discounts. If you can go to the next slide. Thank you. If you have any questions regarding the response portal today, please reach out. Denise is always there and willing to help out answering any questions that you may have regarding this. And then also, if you have any questions about programming, or if you have ideas about programs that you would like to see the Bureau put on, please reach out to me and I would love to discuss those opportunities with you. Not only in our monthly newsletter, but you can also always go to our website at bbbinc.org to see all of our events that we have taking place throughout the year. On behalf of the BBB, we greatly extend our heartfelt thanks to all of you today for taking time out of your schedules to join us for the webinar. We hope that the session has answered your questions regarding the portal and provides clarity in regards to this excellent tool that we do offer to everyone. Also, a special thank you to you, Denise, for your excellent presentation, for your expertise and walking us through how the response portal works. I know that each time, like, you learn something new. And I think with this, it's very helpful to have, and especially the video that we have for the complaints and for the customer reviews for people to view, I think will be very helpful too for everyone that can get into their business login to view. Lastly, we do have a survey as well. If you would like to scan the QR code, you can go ahead and do so. Also, again, there will be a link for you in the follow-up email. We greatly appreciate your feedback. We are always striving to do better and be the best, so we appreciate your help with that. Again, as a reminder, that follow-up email will come out to you within 24 hours with the link for this webinar, as well as the presentation information and all of the helpful insights that we can give to you. We appreciate all of your help, your contribution, and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye.